Hello and welcome to lesson 8 in the free Crypted course. Now we're getting through this module pretty quickly and we're nearly at the second section of the course. But before we get into the second section, there's a couple of things that we still need to touch on and understand before we move forward. Now this lesson, lesson 8, will be all about soft forks and hard forks. So Bitcoin's software operates on an open source network, which means the coding is free and available for anyone to adopt or access. However, for the people involved in the Bitcoin network, such as miners, wallet administrators, or node operators, it is essential they maintain the current, up-to-date versions of the software code. In terms of open source development, a fork refers to a project spinning off another project by running a copy of the code and applying it to their own project. For example, the cryptocurrency known as Litecoin is a fork of the Bitcoin because the Litecoin developers copied Bitcoin's coding system, made changes, and launched its own as a separate system. A soft fork is where updated versions of the protocol can be backwards compatible with previous versions. Older versions of the Bitcoin software will recognize new blocks. A soft fork has a much less chaotic effect on the network, as only a certain majority of node operators need to upgrade. A hard fork, on the other hand, is a bit more complex. A hard fork is not compatible with older versions of the software. Any participants running a node in the Bitcoin network would definitely have to upgrade their software in order to recognize the new blocks. So in order to explain this further, I've found a couple of images for you to go over and take in. So this is the non-upgraded node, and we can see a little a chart here of the different color blocks. So the black blocks are the strongest chains of the block, and the clear ones are blocks violating the new rules. So this is the non-upgraded node, which would be the standard protocol using the old rules. And then what happens is there's a vote, and the vote gets passed if a certain amount of people register for the yes vote for the upgrade, and only when they vote for the yes of the upgrade then does it spin off for the new chain to develop. But unlike a hard fork, this can be backwards compatible with the old chain. So once it's upgraded, it can go back and form into the original chain, but it does create a branch off. So as you can see here, that's exactly what's happened, and these blocks here are invalid for the new rules, but as it comes back into the blockchain, into the original blockchain, these ones are actually validated with the new upgrade. So this is basically a soft fork. Now going into hard forks, for example, you can see the chart has changed a bit. So the black blocks are the part of the original chain, and the clear blocks are the new forked chain. So this is the non-upgraded node, the old rules, and this is the upgraded nodes with the new rules. So as you can see here, here's the first block, and the second block is where the hard fork was implemented, the same system is done via vote. So they voted for the hard fork right here. So it chains off, but the non-upgraded node still continues on the old rules, but the one with the new rules has created a completely new chain separate from the old chain. The new chain will still recognize blocks from this point backwards, but not from this point forwards. So from this point onwards, this is part of the new fork and the new rules. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to get your head around when looking at it like this, and you will see multiple forks happening over the course of the next few years. There's been a lot of forks already in the cryptocurrency world, i.e. Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Ethereum Classic. There's loads of forks that you can do your research on to see exactly which cryptos have forked, and you can now identify which ones are soft forks and which ones are hard forks. So thank you for joining me in this lesson, and we will be in the last lesson of the first section in the next episode. Thank you for watching.